Hello. This is Brother West. Coming back to you again. I hope the word earlier today, not too long ago, that word help you. The word encourage you. And that's why I come on. I come on here, and it's my hope and my prayer that what I say encourage you, and what I say help you. And so what I wanted to do from the message that I had this morning, I wanted to follow up on a word that God spoke to me. From the message this morning, stay focused. There was a word that God spoke to me. And the way he spoke this word to me is, it's what I see is like, and I feel a relief of pressure. I feel a release of pressure because things have been very, very tense for many people who listen to me. Things have been tense in this world. Things have been intense in marriages. Things have been intense in our thoughts and everything we do or everything we endeavor in or we're trying to put together or fix or make live or make operate. There's been a frustration. There's been pressure. There's been a lot of intense stuff. And even when it comes to marriages, there are so many marriages that are going through the same thing, same warfare, same fight, same situation where it brings everybody and everyone to a decision, a choice. And what it comes down to is also counting up the cost. Things that you have, you're willing to suffer to get it, to keep it. The scripture says that a man treasures your heart, or a treasure is where his heart is at. And so you ain't gonna leave from where your heart is at. You're gonna leave from where your treasure is at, especially if you got to get paid. Especially you got to pay things. So there's so much a fight. There's so much an attack, and the attack is to bring confusion. It's just like what's happened is just like I've used this example when my son had got paralyzed, or when a person is paralyzed. What happens? Because inside the body's always communicating. The central nervous system is speaking to delegated sensory, motor, different limbs and stuff like that. There's always communication. But what happens when an intrusion or a virus comes in the body, what it does, it makes the body becomes confused. It makes the body begins to fight against itself. That's what happens. When a virus comes in the body, what causes a person to become paralyzed is that object that comes in that body, it either releases a sound or something, but whatever it does, it mixes up and it cross wires. It mixes communication. And then what happens when the communication is mixed, then that's when the body attacks itself. And that's what's happening in the homes. It's, that virus. And this virus is sending mixed information, a mixed message. And what's happening is the body's attacking itself. The wife is attacking the husband attacking the wife. And where God says that to come together, without put together, no man separate, the enemy done got in and caused them to become divided. And causing even individuals thinking, I'm better without you. When the scripture says that you're better together. Two. Even the scripture says when there's two, there's he. But the scripture says that one can chase 1,000. But if I get two together, they can put 10,000 in flight. And so even scripture says that where there's two agree, just two of them, as a touching anything that they ask on earth, it shall be done. I'm done. I was going to go another direction, but God sent me right here from what I was talking about with the virus, about the intrusion, what the enemy's trying to do. Stay focused. Keep your eyes on the prize. Keep it on the prize. God bless you. And just like that release, and see also that release is deliverance. That release is also something like bondage. Like when somebody's been in prison, when they become released, They out. That's release. Ungodly soul tie. That soul tie has been broken. Release. Plagues, sicknesses, warfares, tests being over. All of those are being released, walking out the door, walking in the door. And so all that deliverance is deliverance. That's what it is. Deliverance, deliverance, deliverance. God is bringing peace. God is going to make stuff easy. It's been hard for a long time. You've been going through changes for a long time. You've been fighting for a long time. You've been struggling. You've been carrying something on your back, around your back, upon your back for a long time. But I heard God say, release, release, release. Chains. Chains are being broken. Scales are being pulled down. Ears are being unstopped. Prison doors are coming open because of a settling. God is sending an earthquake, and in that earthquake, somebody's having a, somebody listen to me, you are having a Paul and Silas encounter. You are having a Paul and Silas encounter, a midnight situation. Somebody listen to you in a midnight situation, and that midnight is the darkest as can be. You can't see your way. You can't see it. You can't see it. And you at that place. You at that midnight. You at that Paul and Silas moment situation. And so you thinking one thing. You're thinking, oh man, bad, bad, bad. But look at God and see what you need to do in that midnight situation and say it's bad, bad, bad. You see it's bad. But begin to get that Paul and Silas mindset and begin to sing and begin to pray. See what I'm saying? When you begin to sing and you begin to pray, something's going to happen. You need to know, you need to realize, you need to understand according to scripture. When one began to sing and one began to pray in the midnight hour, like Paul and Silas was, and they were down in a dungeon somewhere, but they began to sing and pray. And what began to happen when they began to sing and pray, suddenly happened. And so when you begin to sing and pray, God is going to send you suddenly. And that suddenly came, an earthquake came. And that earthquake came, what was binding them on their hands or their feet, and the thing that had them in jail, what was binding them, everything had to swing loose. Are you listening to me? Are you hearing me? When you begin to sing and you begin to pray in that situation that you're in that mindset, in that pain, in that hell, in that relationship, whatever it is, you begin to pray, seek his name, pray, magnify him. When you begin to pray, something will happen, suddenly going to come. Hear what I'm saying? God said it. Suddenly it's going to come. He's going to shake. He's going to shake what's holding you. He's going to shake what got his hands on you. He's going to shake what won't let you go. He won't let you go. You're trying to get rid of it. You're trying to let go. You say, God, I can't get it. God can't let it go. But you begin to, you don't have to let it go. You don't have to let it go, but God can get it. But if you begin to call on his name and just let it go, release it, let it go, he going to get it. He going to get it. He's more than able. He's bigger. And he's more powerful than what's grabbing you. He going to break the fingers off of the enemy that's trying to hold on to you. Them last fingers, he going to break them. The fingers are broken. The fingers are broken. He's breaking those fingers. He's breaking those fingers. He's breaking those fingers. He's breaking those fingers of backbiting. He's breaking those fingers of division. He's breaking those fingers of stumbling blocks. He's breaking those fingers of pointing the finger. He's breaking those fingers of hate. He's breaking those fingers of racism. Oh, he's breaking the curse. Hear what I'm saying? Generation to generation, God going back from generation to generation like a domino effect, and he's breaking. A release. He's breaking. He's breaking loose. He's breaking forth. He's breaking out. See, some of you coming to a breakout. You didn't even see it coming. You just been doing what you've been doing. You've been trusting God and just trying to hold on and hang in there. See, but you're running into a breakout. God has got you about to run into a breakout. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep blessing him. Keep magnifying him and keep maintaining your way and keep seeking his faith. And then you keep seeking his faith and keep magnifying his name. You're going to run into your breakout. You're going to run into your head-on collision. You're going to run into your Rehoboth. You're going to run into your large place. You're going to run into your abundance. Oh, you're coming to abundance. You're coming to a pond. You're coming to a lake. You're coming to an ocean. Hear what I'm saying? God bless you.